In today's video, I want to make a fairly unique project, I think. A wooden box. The whole box will be constructed from hardwood, mainly ash. I've got a couple of boards that are dark ash and I've got a board that is white ash, and that's what I want to utilize for this project. However, the tool that will actually be mostly used in this project to cut out the shapes and everything else is this laser from Longer Ray5. I've got a 20-watt module inside of this, hence I've got a good feeling that it will handle hardwood absolutely fine. The main body will be out of boards that are 6mm in thickness, whereas the top, the lid, will be from pieces that are 4mm in thickness. Let's have a look how this project will go. To get the project started, I need to sort out my timber first. I'm using my bandsaw to rip down all the boards of ash I've got ready for this particular project. I'm ripping them down to about 8mm in thickness. The final thickness will be achieved with my thickness planer. The dark ash boards will be about 6mm in thickness and the white ash boards will be 4mm in thickness. With that out of the way, I'm just cutting the boards to the correct sizes so I can glue them up into larger panels. And now on my jointer, I'm going to joint the edges of all the pieces I've cut down to the right size, and after that I'll be ready for a glue up. Now with these, as they are so thin, I am not sure how the glue up will actually come out with. I'm using Gorilla Glue PVA for this. Now it does set relatively quick, so that should be a help with this. And I'm actually not going to put a lot of pressure, a lot of clamping pressure on these to make sure they're not going to bow on me. Alright then, so everything's clamped up and gluing together. However, the best solution for all of them is just taping it together. Okay, putting a bit of pressure as you do it, and it seems to be the best way, as the clamps were pulling them inside, outside. So I'm not sure how these are going to come out, but I've got a good feeling that the one that I've actually just used the tape will come out the best. So we'll see when they dry. So for you it's just a second, for me at least a few hours. See you in a sec. As the glue has now set, it's now time to clean them up a little bit, and I'm gonna sand all the panels to about 150 grit. I think that will be just plenty enough for this particular project. Right then, all the panels are now ready, and I have to say they came out absolutely fantastic with no issues at all, and even the ones that I've used tape only came out perfect. So by all means use just the tape to clamp it all down, is the easiest way to do it, and it proves that it works absolutely fine. Right then, so I've got two types of panels. One of them are from the dark ash and they are 6mm in thickness, and the other ones are 4mm in thickness and are from white ash. Alright, so time to jump into my laptop and see how the laser will actually perform and cut these hardwood panels out. At this point, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for the sponsors of today's video, which is Longer themselves. Thank you for providing this fantastic machine and supporting the channel. If you're interested in this laser engraver, as I said, it's 20 watt in power. I'm going to leave some links down below, but also you can get a cheaper version of this with a 10 watt module. So all the links will be down below in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. Single pass 6mm hardwood ash board. Check that out. That's one powerful laser module here. 20 watts from Longer. Definitely worth it. Okay, let's cut out the rest of the pieces. The settings for the 6mm boards are 200mm per minute and 100% power, whereas the boards that are 4mm in thickness, it's 250mm per minute and 100% power. With everything cut out, now it's time to add some color to the lid itself. So the base of the lid, as you can see, that's going to be this nice red color. And the two layers with the cogs will have some grey shades to them, one lighter, one darker, so it makes a nice perspective. As the paint dries, I can glue up the box itself. I'm just putting a minimal amount of glue to make sure I've got no squeeze out, as cleaning that up will be, well, quite problematic. However, I think this amount of glue will be more than enough to hold the box together. And I do have to say, with laser cutting, everything fits perfectly. It's like having a really expensive CNC machine, but it's a far, far cheaper laser cutter. Absolutely fantastic tool. Now let's put the top together. So the red base, and I've got this little frame that will go on top of it, and in the frame itself we're going to be putting the layers of with the cogs. Now the frame itself, I'm using PVA glue again, as it's just easier to do, and I can monitor the squeeze out. However, the cog layers, I'm going to use a CA. I think, you know, it will be transparent, so if I'm going to have any squeeze out, it will disappear under a coat of a spray varnish. And I think stacking the layers with different types of colors really gives that interesting depth and look to the whole project. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm using a clear varnish on the whole project to seal it and secure the whole box. Now I'm just going to install some hinges. I've got some nice brass hinges that will be absolutely perfect for this project. And also I've got this nice brass lock that will be at the front of the box to keep it closed. And here it is, the final product. What do you think? It's definitely an interesting one, a unique one. I've not seen a box like this, and it's all made out of hardwood. I can't believe how powerful this laser is. 6mm ash with one single pass, no issues at all. Quite an interesting piece here, guys. What do you think? Now I think this project came out really nice. The Longer Ray5 with the 20W module managed to cut through hardwood ash with no issues at all. 6mm single pass, as you've seen, no problems whatsoever. I've got a good feeling that if I went 1cm in thickness, it will be just fine. Probably maybe 2 passes and it would be no problems at all. Maybe that's an idea for the next project. Now, if you want some plans for this box, they are absolutely for free for you to download. Now, if you do wish to support me and if you like what I do, you can join my Patreon. £2 or $2 may not be a lot for you. However, for me, it will help to pay off the electric bills and buy some materials for some future cool projects, and will help me to deliver more free plans and goodies like that. Please consider subscribing to my Patreon. The links for a free download and to my Patreon, it's all down below in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. Now, if you enjoy tinkering around in your workshop projects, jigs, upgrades, or general DIY projects, I've got you covered. I've got quite a few interesting videos, and I've got a nice 2 playlist just for you. Have a look, maybe something will tickle your fancy. I'll see you on those videos there. Take care.